We're traveling back in time to cook up a vintage household tradition, beef stroganoff. And if you think this dish is old news, you're wrong, because we've updated it to bring it into the 21st century. It's rich, it's creamy, it's affordable, and it's gonna give you all the nostalgia that you're looking for. You dig?
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. We'll eat well and save money, because that's what we do. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
When I think of classic vintage American recipes, beef stroganoff is at the top of the list. It's super easy to make, it's comforting, it's delicious. Let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna melt some butter. I'm gonna use some ground beef for this, which might not be totally traditional, but it's gonna cook faster, it's more affordable, and it's gonna be easier to get a really tender sensation in the mouth. Let's hit that with a little salt and pepper. Okay, let's break up this beef, let's get it all around. Trying to get some really nice color on here. Color on the beef equals sugars inside of the beef protein being caramelized, which equals flavor. Nice. And now, the wooden spoon holder 45. Oh, let's cut an onion. Cut in half, come this way. You can really cut the onion any way you want. Just, make sure they're all the same. Let's get some slices of garlic. All right, so, is there color on the beef? Yeah, it's getting there. Oh, there's some nice brown bits right here. All right, let's throw the onion and the garlic in. So the main idea was to brown the beef, let some of the fat come out, and now the onion is cooking in the beef fat. That's delicious. Let's cut some mushrooms up. So for these white button mushrooms, I'm a big fan of using the whole mushroom all the way through to the stem. They're so soft that texturally, why not? And you're getting more bang for your buck because you're using the whole mushroom. I'm still on pretty high heat here. All ingredients have a ton of water in them. And if I hit them with really high heat, the water will evaporate out. Hence all this steam coming off. That means flavors concentrate, which is good, because that means more flavor. The onions are getting a little crispy around the edges. The beef is continuing to brown. The mushrooms are shrinking. The garlic flavor is getting more intense. All of this is good. Cook the water out. Let's throw in a little tomato paste. We're also gonna throw in some smoked paprika. Now, both of these are gonna give us a little bit of acidic and sweet depth. And finally, we'll add in some flour. This is what's gonna thicken this whole thing up once we drop the stock. Stir it around enough that you don't see any more clumps and certainly no more white patches. All right, now it's time to go to the club. Got my stock. Drop the stock. That's looking really nice. That's gonna reduce down. Let's just add a little bit of mustard here. The mustard's there for relief, right? It's this bright little spicy node up at the top because this is gonna be so heavy and goulashy that we need something to balance it out. Be extra careful about salting this right now as it reduces down. Water will go away, flavor will intensify. I think you should salt it after the fact. It just so happens that our water is boiling, so let's get our egg noodles in there. Salt the water. This is a classic American pairing here with an egg noodle. Give this a little stir, start the timer, and it's that easy. Now I let the sauce reduce and the pasta cook. Look at that. Oh. So often when you look at pictures from the 60s, you see the noodles like this with the sauce sitting on top. It's almost as if they're two separate entities. I think we should bring them together to become one. Oh man. I mean, look at this. Probably the biggest improvement to the dish is the fact that we used ground beef, and that makes the sauce take as long as it does to take water up to a boil and cook the noodles. It's a big time saver. Okay, at this point, we'll kill the heat. We've got enough residual heat here in the noodles and in the pan. We can hit it with a little sour cream. This is gonna give us some brightness. This is gonna add some fat and flavor. We've got flavor brighteners here in the form of the mustard and the sour cream, but let's show that visually with a little bit of parsley. Now, if you have a sunny spot in your kitchen, you could grow herbs, and that pretty much means you can buy something once and it'll keep growing ingredients for you. To the herb garden. Let's take some parsley here, stems and leaves. I'm gonna make as much of a ball as I can here. Do a little choo-choo train right through there. And then we'll do the anchor method coming around. It is time to plate the stroganoff. Look at that. Thick, velvety. It's got that gorgeous sheen. Holy smokes. Let's hit it with a little sour cream in the middle. Beautiful. And let's show the vibrancy of this dish. All right, this comes out to $1.88. Vintage doesn't have to be expensive. It's not just clothing stores making old new again. We can make old new again and save money in the meantime. That's what this dish does. Let's dig in. So we've got some mushroom, we got some egg noodle. Let's hit it with a little bit of sour cream here. Oh man. This dish is classic. It stands the test of time. It's warming, it's delicious, it's creamy without feeling too heavy, and I absolutely love it. And if you're looking for something nostalgic that gets on the table in under 30 minutes, this is the dish